Yeah, no, definitely. And you know I got to ask you before we get you out of here. Canelo, Crawford, the press conference tomorrow. You already know.
Beautiful.
So we're going to be that. How does it, you don't have to give us the secret, but how do you beat Canelo Alvarez, even stoppage? Like, how does that work?
It ain't no secret. Crawford going to put hands and feet on him. And that's how you do it. You understand? And typically, like I'm saying, sometimes this raises, I don't know how it is. It gives you so much more power when you have that. Like
motivation,
you know what I'm saying? Like what these guys, you know what I mean? I'm trying to give a different
You perform at a higher level.
You understand? And come on, man. And Crawford, he thrives on that. Did you see the way he looked at Canelo? See what he told him?
Yeah.
Now, the man said, now, was both good. He said, you're not going to beat me. He said, I'm telling you, I guarantee I'm going to beat you. So you know what I'm saying? That's how Crawford is. That's how he feels. He believes in his heart. And you could tell it. You could look him in his eyes. You know what I mean? And a lot of people believe that Crawford going to win this fight. And a lot of Mexican people.
Yeah, they supporting him. They supporting him.
A lot of Mexican people, so they got their formula why Crawford going to beat him. But it's a tremendous fight. I think Canelo, like I say, is a living legend. And everything that he do. A lot of people don't like him. A lot of Mexicans don't like him, but I love him. I think he does everything good in the ring. I think, from swag to everything. I just love Canelo. I can't take it away from him. He had them little allegations and everything. Yeah. And that's a damper on him, but I try not to focus on that. You know what I mean? I know he got in there with the baddest guys, the toughest guys, and he came through with flying colors. So I give him all the credit going up there fighting Bivol when nobody knew who Bivol really wasn't paying attention to him. That man was a 25-year-old champion, the reigning champion, title defense under his belt, and young and good. And Canelo fought him. So, you know what I'm saying? That was a challenge. You feel me? Had the height, had the reach, had a lot of, you know what I mean? So I give Canelo none but credit. I thank him for allowing us to get this fight. And you see what Crawford said. I didn't get to Canelo got to fight these guys with the names. I didn't necessarily get to fight all the guys with the names when I wanted to. But I got him. Yes. And that's the how it comes around full circle. And when God got it for you, nobody can be against you. And so I think he's the most deserving fighter of that outside of Benavidez. You know what I mean? Yeah. Besides that, but Benavidez still doesn't bring the super fight dynamic to it. Yes. It's a really good fight with Benavidez, but this is a super fight. Exactly. We have legends fighting each other. David Benavidez has yet to become a legend. He's still growing in the sport. Absolutely. Crawford is a legend. 14 years in the sport, 10 years as champion, 11 years going on. You understand? Undisputed 2 different times, fighter of the year, all those different things. So, like I say, and the mystique of Crawford is legend in itself. The mystique of Crawford. So, I mean, so it's a super fight. Again, I thank Canelo Alvarez for taking the fight, and I know he's a guy that prides himself on challenges, and it might not grow on him at first, but when he started thinking about it, now I'm about to get in a ring with this guy, I better take a closer look at him. You understand? Yes. And like I say, I feel like he said, this is going to be one of his best fights. Yeah, feel me? Exactly. So he's super motivated and sharp. And he said this also, they think all I got is power. They don't understand what else I got. Okay, so we training for everything about that. That's what make it even more dynamic. You haven't even heard Canelo talk like that. So Crawford is going to make him bring out the best in himself. So I'm looking for the best of them guys. And again, shout out to Canelo. But we going to beat him.
That's it. That's it.
And it's Crawford versus Canelo, not the other way around. But it's respect, though.
But Bernie, you know Bud almost his whole life. You know him more than anybody. Yeah. So what are some of those conversations that he's telling you inside, like his mentality and everything? When you guys are alone and there's no cameras around.
Well, okay, I said this. I said to him the other day. I said, you think you got another postal performance in you? He said, Bernard, I can do anything I want. He said, I do anything I want, but I ain't gonna do that. I said, but I ain't gonna do that. You know what I mean? So, like I said, ain't gonna be no running. Yeah. And, he gonna box him the way he need to box him. Only Crawford could say that. Crawford is a master. You know what I mean? Yeah. He didn't learn it over time. He didn't craft it himself. So like I say, I'm just there to give him the water, put the towel on, you know what I'm saying, and kind of remind him of some things. But he got a fighting instinct, a fighting heart. And so, like I say, he don't take nothing just for nothing. You know what I mean? He didn't already set it up in his mind how to beat Canelo. He didn't already adjusted in his mind the things that as much as you can. You understand? He didn't put himself, I feel like, if I win, not necessarily if I lose, but situations like that. You gotta think dark and think deep in these situations. You know what I mean? Just like I tell them when you training, imagine yourself on the ropes.
Yes.
When you shadow boxing, imagine yourself getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? different things like that, so you mentally feel it. You know what I mean? So, and I think Crawford covered all them bases. Come September 14, September 13, you're going to see the best in the world. It's the Crawford era. and I ain't telling no lie. I'm being truthful, dead honest. It's the Crawford era. And I said it like this because the guy said, well, Canelo, what is going to do for your brand if you lose to Crawford? And he said, I'm not going to lose, but it's this. I say, you just have to, we just going to lay it there and y'all have to rank them where you go after that.
Exactly.
But then at the same time, you can't really down Canelo. You just got to lift Crawford up.
Exactly.
That's all you got to do is just how great Crawford is.
Exactly.
It won't be now how bad Canelo is. It's how great Crawford is.
Absolutely.
You understand? And
Absolutely.
why he was the most avoided fighter of his time behind Rigondeaux. You know what I'm saying? Aside of Rigondeaux. So it'll all come to a head with this. And again, like I'm saying, the Spence fight was a mega fight. It's a huge fight. It's like that. But this is the super fight.
Yeah.
Like I said, we got two legends and two different. You understand what I'm saying? And I like what Crawford said. Because he really showing his he really showing another side of him in these last couple of years. But like he said, what did he say? He said, he said that no, I didn't get a chance to fight those guys. Now I'm fighting this guy. I forgot whatever he said, but along those lines, like I'm saying, he said these is the last lineage to those guys.
Yes,
that's what he said.
Yes,
Canelo was the last lineage to those guys.
Exactly,
you understand?
exactly.
To the guys when boxing was boxing.
He didn't get to fight Oscar De La Hoya. He didn't get to fight Cotto. He didn't get to fight those guys. Mayweather.
But they all linked in the chain.
Yes.
And Canelo is the last
one.
link. These guys is the last throwback guys that we got from the 2000s.
Exactly.
Crawford and Canelo. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Maybe a few others. But these is the guys that's connected to that line. And so like he said, before he get out there, I'll get my chance. And so thank God, because we didn't get Pacquiao. Well, we should have got Pacquiao.
Should have got it.
You know what I'm saying? And different things like that. But we got Canelo. So again, they give us the big, strong Goliath guy.
Perfect timing.
You know what I'm saying? With everything, with all the attributes that he got.
Yes.
Feel me? So it ain't no easy. They ain't giving us an easy.
No.
Which Crawford don't want it easy. And I'm so proud of the kid. I'm happy for him. And again, thanks for Canelo for taking the fight, accepting the fight. And that's just a testament to him. You know what I'm saying? We going to win September 13th. We come with all them belts. We going to do Sugar Ray Leonard on him. We done win up 5 weight class. You understand? We come out lightweight.
But isn't it going to be 6 weight classes? Isn't it 135 all the way to 168? It might be 6, no?
35,
35,
40. You don't count 35 though, right? 40, 47,
I think so.
54,
I think you
60.
do. Oscar De La Hoya, 6 weight divisions. That's what he had. Leonard
30.
had 5.
He was 30 though. 30,
Yeah.
35, 40, 47, 54, 60.
68. 168.
Leonard was 68.
Oh, yeah.
5-weight world champion.
Okay.
Oscar De La Hoya was 60.
Okay.
He won against Felix Sturm.
Felix Sturm. Yes. You're right.
He didn't win that fight, but they gave him the title.
I seen that. I remember. Yeah. We'll get into that, Bernie. We'll get into that.
With Sugar Ray Leonard,
Danny Lalonde.
They put 2 titles up though.
Yes.
It was 2 titles so he could pass to Tommy Hearns.
Oh, okay.
It was super middleweight and light heavyweight. You can't do that. You can't do that unless, like I said, they made it up.
They made it, baby, bro. We'll get into that on camera,
Yeah.
Bernie. But Bernie, thank you so much for your time. It's Johnny Boy Boxing. That FightHype. Best of luck.
Appreciate
All right?
it, Johnny Boy.
You already know.
Love.
That's it.